We begin the hour in Libya, where troops loyal to the unity government have been patrolling the streets of Sirte. They searched buildings for booby traps and snipers as they made their way through the city. The Libyan forces reclaimed the port city from ISIL-linked militants on Friday.
Brigades largely composed of fighters from Misrata advanced this week into the perimeter of Sirte's city centre. The officers are part of an operation backed by Libya's UN-backed Government of National Accord. The security forces have advanced more swiftly than many expected, though their progress has been hampered by suicide bombers, mines and snipers. On Friday the 10th, the forces took control of Sirte, making further gains in ISIL's apparent stronghold. More than 100 fighters from the GNA-backed brigades have been killed and more than 500 wounded since the campaign to recapture Sirte began in early May. ISIL started expanding into Libya in 2014 as the political turmoil and conflict in the country worsened. It took full control of Sirte last year, but has struggled to regain territory or win support elsewhere in Libya. Catherine Ogunde, CCTV.
Well, let's get more on this now, and I'm joined by CCTV's Yasser Hakim is joining me now live from Cairo. Yasser, Libyan forces loyal to the unity government have been consolidating their gains there in the city of Sirte. What more do we know about these latest developments in Libya?
Well, the fighting is still ongoing. It's not over yet to try to take over the whole of Sirte from the ISIL. There's been skirmishes today. There's been air raids on several areas of Sirte, around Sirte as well, on the ISIL camps there. But overall, the Libyan forces have been gaining ground and pushing the ISIL militants outside of Sirte. Some have fled into the desert around the city. There were also ISIL militants in other villages around Sirte in the south and west. And I believe also that the forces are moving towards these camps to try to rid the city or Libya out of ISIL. Now, how many ISIL militants are there? Well, UN used to say there were 5,000. Now, if you see how easy it was for the forces to go into Sirte, and they're saying around 800 have been either killed or imprisoned, well, this makes it a bit skeptical if it's actually 5,000 in Libya, or maybe much less, or they have been scattered, because we know that some of them are in other cities, right? Tripoli, Benghazi, but you can call them as sleeping cells at this point. So whether they would appear or not, that will happen in the next few days.
Well, yes, are we finally seeing, though, the unity government exerting its authority when it comes to Libyan affairs, or does the government still need external assistance in this case?
All right. The Libyan government has to extend its control over two aspects. First of all, the war on terror and terrorist groups such as ISIL or other affiliated groups as well that are in Libya. And then consolidating power over the different forces in Libya. What has made it succeed against ISIL is that these different militias and powers have united together to fight off ISIL. But once ISIL is gone, there will be some problems, and it happened last night. 12 prisoners who were acquitted by court from the Ruwema prison have been killed a few hours later, and the government is in some way saying that one of the militias that is working with the government is the one that killed those innocent 12 people who were acquitted by court because it rejected the court decision. So it still has to control, because those militias have arms, have power, and they think that they can also control their own legal system. They can have their own way to punish who they see is wrong. So it has to be one unified government with one police force and one army. And this will be the problem. Now, you're talking about foreign assistance. The Faiz Sarraj, the head of the Presidential Council, has said a few days ago that he is receiving assistance in the form of technical assistance from the West, logistical support, and as well as intelligence support. And there are British and US, and the spokesman for the Libyan army has said clearly for the first time that there are US and British experts, military experts in Libya working with the Libyan army. So there is assistance being received. Now they want more arms, they want more technical assistance as well to help rid the whole of Libya from extremist groups.
Right, Yasser Hakim joining us there from Cairo on Libya. Thank you.